I guess you can hear me now. It's a bit quieter in here now. So I figure, I guess I can talk over this part now. There's no one watching right now, but heck, this will probably be uploaded to YouTube eventually. Let me see here. Blue snowball. Blue snowball, blue snowball. Okay. I'm gonna put on some headphones here. Oh, yep, here we go. There's no one watching right now, but someone will probably see this in the future, so that's cool. Let me see. Can I hear myself? No, I cannot. That's depressing. Trying to figure this out. Nope, still can hear myself. Okay, I guess I'll give up on that. Anyway, back to editing. So yeah, this is our bow tie sketch that's in the work. It was filmed earlier this afternoon. Pretty good. So I am going through and adding titles and whatnot to it. So what I'm actually doing right now is so I want this to flash. So what I'm doing is I'm making a bunch of separate little separate titles here. So I'm trying to even out the space between them. Copying that, pasting, and so we have a nice clean space of what appears to be equal length between these. So it's working out nicely for me. So of course I'm still working out the kinks. And then I will keep copying these and pasting them down so that we have exponential continuation. I think I've got enough since I did it that way. Block there at the end. I'm going to maybe center this mic a bit more. Just a sec here. There we go. Okay, so now if we go through and look, we get a nice little flashing effect there for us. Which tells us that you are winner. Or rather, your winner. So nice to see that that's working out as we would have hoped. Obviously, I don't think it'll go on this long in the final video, but we're still in very early stages of editing, so you never know. Let's see. This is the part where I usually like to go back and look at what I've done. So we'll start here, and we'll go and play through. This will have music and a voiceover when it's completed, but neither of that is obviously here now, so, you know, do what we can. So, so we've got the start, step one, crossover. This part I actually didn't do myself. This is being done beforehand. Then we got to try again. Final video, but we're still in very early. Donut twist. I like this part. Readjust. I reuse that later. If you have been watching since then, shame on you. Ring it out. And so then we moved backwards. I like how the comments have sort of becoming more self-aware as this goes on. Ultimately, the voiceover guy will supposedly get rather angered as he watches this. Never mind. We move on to the talkative. It's really weird here. Don't know what I'm going to put on the green screen. Like intermission. This is just. I think we need a little break. Might have different music there. I don't know. Obviously, decide something for the final video. Okay, then we've got the not it. And then overconfidence. And I believe here is where we go to step 4.2. This is where like the numbers start to kind of go off on themselves. Double down. You get really weird in the symbols. Kind of inspired by the Buha's bucket list that we did a few years back. That it went over very well. So it's exciting to see that. Then this is actually my bow tie right here. And so we step infinity, your winner. This is actually what I use, and this is what I was wearing today for our formal attire day. So much simpler. And we'll probably cut it right before then because we don't need it as long. But for right now, we'll keep it going because you never know. Let's look. Looks like we're doing a little rendering right now. I don't know if you can see that actually. Can you? You can't. I don't think. Actually, yeah, whatever. So we'll leave that there. Okay, let's see if I can get this green screen effect to work. I was trying it earlier. It was an absolute nightmare. But ultimately what I did was, this is our keyer effect over here. Drop it onto the clip here. And then we have to, it's actually turned off right now, as you can see. So I'll turn it on. That is not what we want. It makes it look like he has an afro. The problem right now is, ooh. Huh. Pause it. Huh. I guess this is actually taking a look at what is being chopped out. And I'm not exactly sure how the spinning wheel here works, as I too am still learning. That's how things work around here, especially when it comes to Final Cut. We're all still learning to an extent. And so, what's going on? So we all are kind of figuring this out. This wants to reset itself every few minutes for some non-apparent reason to me. What does this do? Oh, this is, yeah, that's a control of that. Oh. Well, there we go. That worked out nice. Well, so as you can see, currently the background is just black. And if we go through and play it, you'll see that everything is just black. And so we want to superimpose an image onto that. But what image do we want to superimpose? Well, we have, as you can see, our lovely Ain't No Sunshine is still hanging around here. This is just a clip here. This is one of the originals with the it doesn't have any of the dubbed audio. So let's say I pop it right there. Well, if we watch the clip, now it kind of looks like this. Not much to see there. But it does prove that our thing is working. And heck, I could even probably superimpose something on the green screen in the background there. So now we move on to the fun part, which is trying to decide what in God's name we want to put behind this thing. So I really have no idea. So at this point, that's a lot of missing files. These are just clips we've got over here. These are all our Aussie clips. This is an edit of the season 2 preview. We actually, when we switched computers, we lost the original files, and so I needed to make a brief cut here, and additionally adding in this opening here, and so I had to go in and re-edit that. This is our early test of motion. This is actually a title that I created just to make sure that it worked, which it does. Dr. Moran. Actually, it might be funny if I have him. Oh, shoot, I gotta go find. Where did we do it? Shoot, I have to figure out where on earth we were hiding the Untitled Project. Well, Untitled Project. Fine. Okay. Where was this? 8181 Aussies. That's right. Names around here can be kind of weird. So let's get Dr. Moran maybe in there just for kicks. I got to select how much of his club I want, but I'll obviously be extending it here. And so you can't really see it right now, which is unfortunate. But we want him behind there the whole time. So there you can kind of see him lurking. What we'll do is we'll apply the transform tool. And now we have control over, there he is, peeking out from the back here. So I don't know exactly how much of him we want. Oh, it might be fun, but how does it look when we play it? Because some things that sound great in concept come out looking really bad. It actually doesn't look too bad for what it's worth. Also, isn't it great how I'm talking to absolutely no one right now? And I've just like sunk into this deep depressionist thing where I'm just playing this for you, hoping that you'll watch this at a later date, which you may or may not. Heck, you probably stopped watching. If you're watching later, thank you for tuning in. Yeah, if you've watched this far, then good for you. I don't know how long this thing's been running, but it's obviously been running longer than the average person or even myself would probably care to watch. Now I'm actually taking a look at it on my phone just to make sure it looks decent. There it is. No, this is the part where I go ranting just a few seconds ago. Anyway, so let's decide what we want behind this. I'm gonna assume we want some type of video, but we want something that we haven't shown yet before. We do have these GoPro clips which we haven't used, but how long is this? Not nearly long enough to hold us for our runtime. Now, granted, I'm not opposed. Oh, here's where this is hiding. Bow tie. Got to keep events named so that way we can keep track of them. Anyway, we've got all sorts of clips here. Honestly, we could put this in the background. It'd be kind of funny. That's someone's project. Another project. A lot of those around here. Let's see. I'm going to pop into Chrome. And let's adjust our settings for whoa. Hey, that's me. Yeah, it looks like I am I was just switching the screen share settings, and so now you get to look at me. I'm having it now go to the entire screen. So there, I'm off of it. As you can see me fade into the distance. This is what I'm seeing right now. And so it's up to me. Oh, this is fun. Hang on. Woo! It's so laggy. But it is still so fun. Anyway, man, I should probably go doing my own personal work, which I have to do here at some point. But let's see before I chime off if I can find a good video to place in the background. Maybe I show old Gadflies in the background. I don't know. This is where like having a group is great because you can have people to feed off of. maybe I show Open House Alive in the background. Wasn't that fun? My live TV test, which was an earlier failed attempt, all sorts of fun things that never made it on air. Seeing all sorts of stuff that we've hidden from the public. Oh, wait, hang on. Idea. Fox 2. Right. Wonderful. I'm trying to find clips. See. Wonder if they have anything good in there. Did that work?
Rams host the Denver Broncos on Sunday. Peyton Manning, a familiar foe for Coach Fisher during his days with the Titans.
Wow, I turned that off, and I don't remember when. And I've actually been talking to myself this entire time as if you could hear me. That's really embarrassing. So, yeah. Yeah, I actually spoke to you the entire time as I went about going and doing that. And so you actually heard none of that. And that's ridiculously embarrassing, actually.
48%.
Oh, boy. Anyway. Okay, well, either way, I'm back. And now you can see me, and we'll get back to the fun stuff where I share you the entire screen. Present to everybody. Okay, I don't know when I hit that button. I'll probably watch this later and feel ridiculous about myself for not noticing when I hit that button. Okay, this is the last thing we'll do before I chime out. And then important thing to remember with Final Cut is that there are oh my gosh, it is almost the exact length. That's hilarious. Anyway, important thing to remember with Final Cut is that Final Cut has layers like an ogre. And so notice how Moran is on the top here and the news broadcast is on the bottom. This makes sure that that Moran is always above the newscast, even if I have the newscast go here, there, and everywhere, which I'm actually going to mute the newscast because we don't want to hear it because we will have beautiful music to go along with this. Now that I think about it, I am actually showing you the whole screen, and really I could just be showing you this tiny little blip here that I'm working on, but whatever. I like to blabber. So now that we've got our clip here, let's just take a look at how it looks now. Checking your work is very important in this sort of thing. Oh my goodness, his hair is like disappearing. Let's refine that green screen effect a touch. Do I have? You're not gonna let me do anything, huh? Let me see here. Here is a mysterious thing. There we go. There's a nice little hole filling thing. Hopefully that solved our brief issues with that. Oh my gosh, it goes through the water bottle. I didn't even think about that. It's so brief that no one will notice, thankfully. Now, while I do like the position, now let's watch. So, while I do like having the news broadcast in the background, I feel like having it static is somewhat underwhelming, and we can do better. Even though we've got dear old Mr. Zimmerman there watching us in the background, we could be doing more. So let's grab that clip of his, and now I will show off the exciting tools that is locking things into position as such. So you'll notice I've clicked all these buttons. These make keyframes. And so we'll move forward in the video a bit. I know that we have moved forward a bit. We'll go to our transform tool here. And assuming that I've done this right, yep, there we go. So now we have, can move this right here. Even change the rotation a bit. And so there's that. And it automatically made us a new keyframe. Have it go over here now. Change a little bit in size. Bring up the scale. Pull it down a bit. Now what I'm doing here is I am essentially animating this clip. Even though it may not seem like it, I am moving this. Everything I'm doing here is kind of how digital animation works, in that you create points for characters to move to, or in this case, video clips, and then they'll move to that. The difference is in digital animation, they do it significantly faster than how I'm doing it. But we do the same type of sort of programming work. And so while this clip is playing, you don't see anything happening now besides my own moving it. However, when we do finally decide to settle down and watch this bad boy, you will see a plethora of enjoyable goodies. And we may even put something in the background while this is playing, because if you notice, there's a lot of negative space that we're not even using right now. And leaving negative space out like this is not necessarily a good idea. Hopefully, you're either finding what I'm saying informative or entertaining in some sort of way, because I'm just sitting here talking to myself. And how many people have we got watching? We got one. Well, one viewer. I hope you're enjoying this. Ooh, there he is over at kind of the news desk there. Let's get that to go big. I hope you're enjoying this one viewer, and if that viewer is my father, hi Dad. Hope you're enjoying watching me work. I may just leave it here for the rest of the video. Actually, I do hope that that this has been keying properly. Should probably go back and watch. Yeah, it has. So this is kind of the results here, what we've got now. And let's see how it's moving and following a set path. Everything that every place that I positioned it, it attempts to get to that place in a smooth manner in the amount of time I allotted it. So each time I created a keyframe, that's where I said, you need to be here by this point doing this. Let's leave it on this for a while. And then, now let's say I don't move it, but I want to create a gap where it doesn't move. I just have to click these buttons again, and that'll create a keyframe. But right now, I like I do not like that. Let's move him down a bit here. So the hands go up. So that entire area that we just passed through, he's going to stay still. But as soon as the hands go up here, we're going to have him move down so that he fits back into the position where our dear viewers will recognize him. And they can still see his face. And all's well, nope, yeah, there we go. Now that we've gotten to a point where he's unblocked again, and I do hope that that worked, we can bring him back up to size. Increase this. And we have a visitor. Hi.
This is going to sound bad, but where are the black people?
They all left. I don't know where they went. So.
Did they leave at the same time?
Yeah, they all did.
They probably went to the field house.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So. Yeah. No problem. Visitors, you know, we do have people coming here quite a bit. Anyway, there we go. Yep, it brings him back up to scale just as I'd planned. And oh my goodness, his face is blocked, but not for long, so it's probably excusable. Oh, yeah, that's fine. And that hanging bit there will go away. So there we have it. That's probably all I'm going to do for today, because I do have to get home and enjoy time with my family and all that jazz. Plus, I have a little work I need to do before I leave. But let's go over this really quick, even though it's probably really shaky for you. You can see, so this is our beginning. You can watch everything that I did. Now notice how it's staying static, and now it moves, because that's when I started programming it. And here we go. I'm going to fly around, and here comes the first step. Oh, man. You may be asking yourself, why are you doing this, Mr. Burke? And I tell you, because if not us, who? I know that sounded vaguely insightful, but I hope you found it somewhat interesting. It keeps the background interesting. Honestly, it wasn't my idea to film it on a green screen, but that was brought up, and the green screen offers a nice, clean background. And so oftentimes when we film with a green screen, we figure, hey, we might as well try and implement it. Although a trouble we'll often come into is sometimes the background is not lit consistently. So you'll have the issue of there being trouble when you come and try and key it like this, because there'll be a whole range of colors. Oh, you can see like Dr. Moran kind of poke out there a little bit more. He's very present. Oh, man. You can see the nice upside down Fox logo there. The little orange bar that you see right around here represents things that have yet to be rendered, and that is my entire section here. You can see that's like 5% done. That'll go fairly fast when I stop watching the video. You can see the number fly up. But because I'm watching it right now, it's not going to move. And actually, I'll bring up my, you can see Mr. Zimmerman parked along the back there. This is my tasks. That tells me what's going on that I'm not seeing. They just sort of park there, which is nice because I've got him in a stationary shot, which is how I can take advantage of that. We move the camera a little bit. Again, that's keeping him in the frame, but now we're going to zoom in again. And we're going to stick with this shot, I believe, for the rest of it. And yeah. Again, we'll probably cut it before then, but watch as the rendering pops to life. So yes, this has been just sort of a look at me editing Gadfly. This happens whenever we have footage, so I can't really say on a regular basis because that wouldn't be true necessarily. So yeah, how many people are watching still? One person still. Well, one person who's been watching since the last time I mentioned there was one person watching. Thank you for watching, and to all of you who watch this in the future, thanks for tuning in. If you like this sort of thing, I can't guarantee that it'll ever happen again, but I don't know. I'm going to try and do more live broadcasts, but I don't know. Do you want to see our desktop image? That's kind of fun. Okay. Close that. Send that down. Look at this. We find a lot of fun stuff in the Airbook server, which you can see is mounted right here. Yeah, I don't know. I'll poke you around a bit. Here's ever wondered how we did not that. Ever wonder how we did that? Well, I'm not going to tell you. I'll leave it a secret. Here's this. Remember that, of course. It's, this is the kind of stuff we use for thumbnails. Yeah, that's about all I've got. We've been doing some testing with motion. I guess I can show you that. Pretty cool. But yeah, that was your sneak peek at Gadfly. Did you see that? That was a neat effect. How it flew by. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this broadcast here, and yeah, this has been Gadfly live, random, but fun. So I guess I can appear on camera once more. Yep, there I am. So thanks for watching. Tune in again. Bye.